Hello and welcome to the next episode of Build Your Own X-Wing. We're looking at issues 5 and 6 this week, but I am going to start this video on some good news. The X-Wing is now available to buy in newsagents. Here I am in Smith's. Oh, okay, so we've got some cakes and sweets, if you like in Disney. But oh, look! Look what it is. Go out to your local newsagents now. X-Wing is available. So last Wednesday is when issue 1 came out, and I did pick up issue 1. That is purely because I like picking up the issue 1s of all my builds. As you can see here, I keep them all on card, just to add to the little collection thing part of me. I don't really know why I do it, but I had to pick it up to keep up with this little collection, and it will be weekly in the newsagents, which means that in about 7 to 10 weeks, when the newsagents have caught up with the monthly subscriptions will go to 4 magazines a month instead of just the 2, which means that these videos will go back to being fortnightly instead of every 3 weeks, which I'm very excited for. So we're looking around middle of October, end of October time, I reckon. Maybe the November shipment will be 4 issues instead of the 2. That's what I imagine. You know, things can change, and I don't work for DeAgostini or anything like that, so things may change. But if you have been unsure about subscribing monthly and having a direct debit taken and stuff like that, the good news is you can go to your local newsagents now, pick up issue 1 and start the build that way if you prefer to do it that way. So hopefully we'll see more of you. If you are joining for the first time and you are a few weeks behind because you have been doing it weekly with the newsagents, welcome. We are going to start this video by looking at what comes in issues 5 and 6, and we're starting by looking at the cockpit pieces. We have this very well sculpted grey part here. I love these foot handles here, foot levers, and then we've got this nicely painted and nicely sculpted outside of the cockpit. Nice black mark there, all painted, looking very nice indeed. We also get this grey part here, which is also very nice. We don't actually do much with this yet, so just cast that aside, save it for a later date. And we also get these 2 instrument panels, which are very nicely painted. Those dots are looking great, saves me doing it, so that is very nice. I do like the way that everything is painted in this model, has to be said. And of course all of these holes are for the light up features of this model. You also get these parts here, which are the translucent parts, and they have sculpted buttons in them. So if I just get this one, for example, we have the holes there. We just push, just make sure this is the right way around. You just push this transparent piece in. It's quite fiddly to do because it is quite low down, and of course I might not be getting the right one because there are 2. Let's try with this one. I think this is right actually, because the markings are slightly different. Oh, it does come with 2 little pegs. Okay, there we go. So that one worked out great. There are 2 little holes there. Can you see? There's one there, and there's another one just tucked in there. And when it's in, you see that these buttons are now sculpted. They're not just flat rectangular parts, and they will light up when a light shines through them. Now this one is proven to be a bit more fiddly. This is the correct one, obviously, because that one will fit in, but also this one has a nice little hole cut out here for this joint here, and we've got the 2 pegs here, so it's just a case of getting it all lined up as good as you can, and then pushing it down. There we go. Pushing it down, pushing it in. That is nice and secure on those pegs, and we have the buttons there peeping through for the light up features. The next and final thing we're doing on this cockpit is putting in these instrument panels to these parts. So one just goes in there like that, and one just goes there like that, and I'm just going to go ahead and screw these down. There we go. Those are the parts all in there, looking great. And one thing I do want to say about this model is that the screws seem to be going in really, really much easier than other previous models. I think that if you are looking to get into model making, this is the kit to do, because it feels like it's gone back to a more basic nature. It's very simple to do, it's all painted for you, and you get a fantastic model at the end of it, and it is quite easy to do. So I say this one's the easiest so far. I mean, I know I'm only 3 videos in, 6 issues in, but at the moment it's quite simple to do. So this one is the most basic. I would then say the Falcon, if you don't want to do any mods, that's quite basic too, but you do need to do some painting with that. R2-D2 comes fully painted, so maybe this, then R2-D2, then the Millennium Falcon. They're kind of going backwards in how complicated or difficult they are, but no, jump on this one if you are scared about model making. This is a really good model to start off with, and we're not doing this now because the instructions don't say to, but this is the framework for the cockpit, and it will go something like that, housed in there. I don't really know yet how. Maybe this way, maybe not, who knows. Well, I know who knows, people are ahead. Oh, actually that seemed to fit in there like that. Yeah, so look like that with the framework. Look at that framework, it looks great. All done. I don't know what we're doing with this piece. I assume it goes at the bottom here, but who knows. I don't know how. We don't have to worry about that because that is for another time. So that is the cockpit part all done in this video, and if you are enjoying this video, please don't hesitate in giving it a like. Hitting that like button will really help me out and really help out the channel as well, so thank you very much for doing that. Okay, moving on to the final thing that we're doing in this video, we are looking at more parts of R2-D2. Now I know I said last time that R2-D2 was complete. Clearly not, because we do get these parts in this issue to make up the center leg of R2-D2, which I didn't know was coming. I thought, oh, you can see it does attach to that spindle part here. So I thought that would plug into the X-Wing. I do believe it still does. It just does via the medium of a 3rd foot, which is pretty cool. So yeah, what you need to do is you need to get this center part here, which has 2 tabs. You need to put one of the foot sides on it, and it just pushes in there like that, and then we need to get these lubricator parts, and they go into those 2 holes here with these 2 pegs, just like that. Oh no, there we go, just on there. Now they're not painted, you can paint them if you want to, but as my R2-D2 isn't really going to be leaving the X-Wing, I'm not going to bother. Just to show you that again, but more up close, we get this center peg here for this main foot part, and it's got a hole there, so you just push that in there. Oop. Like that, push them in so they are nice and together, and then we get this lubricating strip here with 2 holes, 2 pegs for these 2 holes there, and we just push them in there like that, and there we have the center leg of R2-D2, and then we just pop it onto the spindle part that we had last time, and there it is. R2-D2 now has 3 legs, which makes him slightly more secure to stand up, and also this does turn the head there as well. You get a full 360 degree rotation. Well, you did before, but now it's easier to control with this 3rd leg, and I assume this will plug into a part of the main body of the X-Wing and move the head, which is pretty cool. And that is it for this video. It is a shorter one this week. I know I said the last video was going to be shorter, and it turned out it wasn't. It was this video, much shorter. I understand now that the parts do get few and far between, again adding to that basic nature of this model. So the videos will be shorter. But yeah, I hope you join me for the next one. I'm really enjoying building it. Not much to go on yet. I'm really looking forward. I say not much to go on. We've finished R2-D2. We have this time, and we've got the main body of the cockpit. So thank you very much for watching. Please give a like to this video. Comment down below with your thoughts on the videos and your thoughts about Star Wars. And I will see you in 3 weeks' time. So until then, guys, take care. Bye-bye.